Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a review slash battle video. L'Oreal came out with a new brow pencil. It's called their Brow Stylist Definer Ultra Fine Tip Shaping Pencil. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I just spent like 20 minutes on my phone trying to find this online so I can share with you the description and all of that instructions, and I can't find it at all. Like, I cannot find one thing about this on the internet. It's driving me crazy. All I find is the L'Oreal eyebrow pencil. It's called like the same thing, Brow Stylist Definer, but it's the one you have to sharpen. But they came out with these. I don't know if it's the same exact thing. It's just retractable now. I don't know what's going on, but it's driving me crazy. I'm still going to do this video because I'm still going to share with you my thoughts. So when I saw this, I immediately thought of the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and you guys know it's the only brow pencil that I use. I will not use anything else, and I did a similar video when the NYX Micro Brow Pencil came out, which I have right here. This is the NYX Micro Brow, and then the Anastasia Brow Wiz is somewhere in here, but they're all very similar. I feel like companies are coming out with pencils that are very similar to the Brow Wiz, because the Brow Wiz is the bomb. I can't use anything else. So when I saw this by L'Oreal, I was like, wow, this looks exactly like the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Very similar. I gotta pick it up. There are 3 different shades. I've been to like 3 Walgreens and there's only 2 shades left. Blonde and dark brunette. I picked up dark brunette. I'm not sure if this is the darkest shade or if it's like blonde, dark brunette, and something else, like black or something. I'm not sure because there's never that shade there, so I can't tell you what it is. I picked up dark brunette. I thought this would be a little bit too dark for me, but it actually looks really, really good. But I'll get into my thoughts and everything later on. They're $8.99 each, which isn't bad. And when I saw it, I was like, I'd much rather pay $8.99 than $21 for the Anastasia. So you have the retractable brow pencil on one end, same thing as the Anastasia Brow Wiz. They're pretty much the same exact, like they're very fine. It's probably the same exact size, the tip. So that's awesome. And then on the other side you have a spoolie. This cap is clear, which I actually don't like. I think that's really ugly, but the spoolie is great to brush off. Ugh. The spoolie is great to brush out your brows before you put any product on them. But when you go and put the product on the brow and then you go to brush it out to blend everything out, this takes off pretty much your whole entire brow. Like, it will take off all the product and then you have to start all over again. So I'm not a huge fan of it to blend everything out. I do like it to just before brush all my brow hairs. When I have product on it and I want to blend out the shade, I do not like this. It takes everything off and I hate it. I did fill in my brows today with the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer Pencil, so I will show you the demo now, and then it's also going to be a voiceover. So I'm starting off by taking the spoolie and just brushing out my brows. I do this normally with my Anastasia Brow Wiz. I do like to use my own Sonia Kashuk spoolie, but I'm using this one for this video, just, you know, because it is nice, to be honest. So then, as always, I start off by lining the bottom of my eyebrow, and I do bigger strokes. I don't really think smaller strokes you have to do for the bottom of your eyebrow. I always like it to be very straight on the bottom. So I'm doing that, and then of course when I do that I always blend out. So anything that I do, I blend out afterwards. And then I'm working on the top of my brow. I don't like to bring up the product too far up because then they kind of start to look fake. But I'm doing shorter strokes on the top, and then of course brushing and blending out. And then doing more short strokes, and then finishing off the tail end of my eyebrow. So for the past couple months, I've been cleaning up my eyebrow, the tail end, of course getting concealer in my hair, but I use concealer to just clean up that end. I feel like it makes it look a little bit more sleek and sharp, not in a bad way, it just makes everything look a little bit more put together. So I do that, and then very lightly I fill in the beginning portion of my brow. I like more of a gradient brow. I don't want a ton of product there, so very lightly and with short strokes I'm filling that in, and then of course blending everything out. My eyebrows don't look bad, to be honest. It looks very nice. The color is nice. And then I do this step. I've been doing this step also for a couple months. When I look down, you can see where I filled in my eyebrows, and I don't like the way that looks, so I just take some powder by Anastasia and just fill in those sparse areas. I like the way powder looks. It doesn't look as heavy as the pencil. So then I look up again just to make sure I've gotten every area, and then I fill in. And then of course I set my brows with the Milani Clear Brow Gel. I love that brow gel. It's the best. Oh, who texted me? So now I'm just doing my other eye, and as you saw before, I inserted a picture. There is a middle shade. So it's blonde brunette and then dark brunette. I'm kind of glad that I got the dark brunette. I feel like it flatters me, or my eyebrows very well. It flatters my face. But when I'm filling in my eyebrows, it's not terrible. I just feel like if I start to build up the product, like if I start to put too much, it gets really smudgy and it's not as dry as the Anastasia brow is. It's a little bit more creamy. So as you can see, my brows look really nice. I love the way they look. I just think they break down faster than when I use the Anastasia brow wiz, and they don't look as nice at the end of the day. My overall thoughts and opinions. First, I'm going to talk about color. I already swatched the L'Oreal pencil here and then the Anastasia brow wiz on this side. I'm in brunette, I think. Dark brown in the Anastasia brow wiz, which used to be called brunette, and then like I said, dark brunette in the L'Oreal one, and the Anastasia brow wiz color is a little bit more warmer, I don't think that's correct grammar, a little bit more warm than the L'Oreal one, which to be honest, I actually really like the color of the L'Oreal pencil a lot, not a lot more, but I do like it a little bit better than the Anastasia one. It's a little bit more ashier. I feel like my hair is ashy, but then I get some warmness into it too, so both of the pencils work for me. I think I prefer the L'Oreal shade better on my brows. I feel like it looks a little bit better for my face. So the color I like. As far as the formula goes, I'm not a huge fan of L'Oreal's. To be honest, it's a little bit more creamy than the Anastasia one, and I got so much, like, not hate, but I got a whole ton of crap on my micro brow versus the Anastasia brow wiz because I said that the NYX one is creamier than the Anastasia one. I like my eyebrow pencils to be more on the drier side. Of course, it needs to have some creaminess in there, but I want my brow pencils to be drier because it looks a little bit more natural. It's not as creamy and smudgy, and it just looks like hair. It mimics hair a little bit better than creamier formulas. So I feel like the L'Oreal one is a little bit creamier and it smudges faster and it's just smudgier. I hate that. And right here, I have to fill in a little bit more, like I have to use more product, and on this side I have to use a little bit more product too, right at the tips. And throughout the day, I noticed that it gets smudgy and it looks like I drew on my eyebrows. With the Anastasia brow wiz, it's a little bit drier, so I can mimic hair a little bit better, and it doesn't get like smudgy, or it doesn't break down like the L'Oreal one does. So it looks a little bit more natural and not as like, oh, I penciled in my eyebrows. So I don't like the formula. It reminds me a lot of the NYX Micro Brow. I have to say, out of the NYX Micro Brow and the L'Oreal one is a little bit more dry. So I do prefer the L'Oreal one over the NYX one, but at the end of the day, it's nothing compared to the Anastasia brow wiz. Now, I feel like I have to mention this. If you have beautiful, like, full brows, I think you would actually like this pencil, because if you have full brows, you're just gonna use this pencil to go in with your natural brow very lightly and just make them a little bit more full and not so sparse. If you're gonna have to, like, you know, draw on more hairs, like me, like I said, I have to draw on a little bit more hair because I have, like, no hair there. You're not gonna like it because it looks smudgy, but if you have full brows, just fill in, and I think you'll really like it. It's just when you have to add more product to certain areas, that's when it looks a little bit just too makeup-y and like pencil-y for me, in my opinion. Overall, the Anastasia brow wiz is the winner. I wouldn't mind using the L'Oreal one on days where I just want to fill in my eyebrows. I don't want to put any makeup on. I just want my eyebrows to look a little bit put together. I'll use the L'Oreal one, and I love the colors, so I think it'll be fine, especially if I'm only going to be out for like 4 hours, then it's okay. But for long hours, Anastasia brow wiz is the way to go. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this like quick little review battle video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.